Coming out of child's pose onto your hands and knees, we're going to prepare the body for rotating planks with the cat stretch. So make sure the wrists are under the shoulders, knees under the hips, and you simply move your spine from one extreme through neutral to the other. So as you start to inhale, the head starts to lift. You start to roll the shoulders back. Feel the shoulder blades slide down the back as you press the breastbone forward. Tailbone lifts to a comfortable position for your lower back. And as you exhale, look up towards the tummy button as you tuck the chin and the tailbone. So as you inhale, feel your back muscles starting to warm up. Check that you don't let the head drop down into the shoulders. And as you exhale, feel the back stretch and the abdominal muscles starting to warm up. Now we're going to come down into a level 1 low front plank. Elbows under shoulders, spine in line. Use your core muscles here to stop the back from sagging. Now the left hand moves towards the right elbow. Push down with the right hand to lift the right elbow off. And you simply rotate to a side plank, core muscles helping you. Right hand down, left hand moves, coming down into your front plank, and then immediately rotate to the other side. Now to make it a little bit more difficult, stretch out the top leg. So you've just got one knee on the mat now. Now to move to a front plank from here, you may need to bring the knee back down before you try. But mostly it's the core muscles that are helping you keep the pelvis stable and your back stable. Now to get from the front plank in level 2 to the side plank, bring the knee down first, and then again lift the hips a little so that you don't get that swooping sensation on the way through, and simply use the arms and the core muscles to help rotate. And then when you're ready, we're coming back to the front plank and then straight down, ready for a double leg kick. So neutral position, squeeze the legs together, straighten out, they'll float up off the mat, and then you simply bend the knees and then extend. You bend the knees as you exhale, you extend and reach the toes for the wall behind you as you inhale. Now every time you start to bend the knees, you're going to find it quite difficult then to keep the pelvis stable. So imagine you're lying on drawing pins. Draw up the pelvic floor, draw the abdomen away from your imaginary drawing pins. Try and keep the legs together as well, even if it means you can't bend the knees very much. Now don't let the thigh move. Every time you bend the knees, however much thigh you have off the mat remains constant. Anything up to 10 would be very good. And when you've done your last one, just briefly sit back then into child's pose to release your back before we move on to a reverse plank to tone up the back of the arms, open out the shoulders which are quite often tight across the front, and again to work the glutes and the legs. Now, ideally, fingers facing straight ahead, wrists about a forearm's distance behind you, wrist in line with the shoulders, shoulder width apart, and then when you're ready, press down through the arms and the feet and bring your body up to reverse plank. Now I'm demonstrating a pretty advanced exercise here, prone leg pull down. You don't have to do this at all. You can come up, and if it's too much already, come down, and you might find that you need to turn your fingers out and take your hands wider. You might find you can come up for a breath and then you need to come down to start with. You may find that you make it up to the top, you can stay there for 10 complete breaths, but you just can't move a leg. You can just transfer your body weight from one foot to the other, and as soon as you feel that you're very, very stable through the back, through the hips, then you can move on to this prone leg pull down. Working into the feet here as well by pointing and flexing. Exhale up, inhale down. Now the most advanced position for a low side plank then is propped up on your forearm with both legs straight, top foot in front, and that's going to be important for when you move to a front plank. Check where the shoulders are, well away from the ears. Elbow always under the shoulder there. Now to get to your front plank, you reach with the hand, and that top arm is going to guide you to your front plank, and lift the hips a little as well so that you don't swoop down towards the mat on your way. You may prefer to come down onto your knees for the transitions. Check that you're not sagging in the lower back there. The whole point of the exercise is to use all the torso muscles, the corset muscles and the core muscles to keep you very, very stable. See the line through the spine. So shoulders away from the ears. Breathe wide into the rib cage. Move back to your front plank and then sit back into child's pose and relax.